that redefine what leadership and wellness looks like, but today's guest does. I'm joined today by Angelica Fuentes, a global leader, a visionary of NowFull, and a champion of gender equality. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Andreana, for having me on your podcast. It's a pleasure and it's an honor to be here with you.
Likewise, tell us a little bit about yourself,
About myself,
your background.
I am a businesswoman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an impact investor. I am a champion for gender equality, have been doing that for over 40 years of my life. But my most proud title would be I'm a mom of two teenagers today.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So, I've been running companies since I was 29 years old, and I've loved everything I've done so far.
One of the things I read about you is you used to be the head of the Mexican Gas Association. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes. So I became the CEO for Grupo Imperial, which is an energy company. It's one of the largest ones in the northern part of the country.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was doing that, I was the vice president for the Mexican Natural Gas Association at the age of 28. So I was vice president for a couple of years, and then they proposed me to be the president. I was voted in by maybe like 70% of the people, all men, obviously, and me. And it was a 2-year term.
Mm-hmm.
So before the 2 years were up, they asked me if I could run for another term. Unanimously, I was voted in for another term. I have always known that because since I was a very little girl, I've worked basically in spaces of men.
Okay.
So I figured something out very early on that I could not compete ever against men, especially against women. I could only compete with me, not against me, but with me, to be better today than I was yesterday. So by learning to cooperate with men, by understanding that because I am a woman, I have to work twice as hard, first to prove my talent, and second to get rid of all the obstacles that are put in front of me because of my gender.
Correct.
I understood that in order for me to thrive and to overcome those hurdles and to be able to be accepted in a male-dominated environment, which is the energy sector, still today controlled mostly by men,
Correct.
I had to cooperate with them. I had to work twice as much. I had to really give the results they wanted. And because I did,
Right.
they voted for me before the first term was up unanimously for the second term.
Tell me this. So, did that inspire you to become a gender equality champion from your work?
Not necessarily. What inspired me was, without knowing it, at 11 years old,
Mm-hmm.
I used to work in the summers at one of my family's gas stations. So what did I do at 11 years old? I pumped gas in the air in the tires, pumped gas in the cars, cleaned, the windshields. And, after being there for a week and a half, I saw that everybody got tipped. Everybody else was the men that worked at the gas stations doing the same job that I did.
No one tipped you?
Nobody tipped me. So within like maybe a week and a half, I gathered the strength I had to ask the next client. So I got in my bike the next morning with my dog that would walk next to me, and the first client came in, I did the same, service car and everything. And when he paid me and I brought the change back, he was about to leave and I said, "Hey, why don't you tip me?" And he looked at me, probably more embarrassed than me. He said, "Well, because you're a girl." I said, "So? Why do you make a difference?" Juarez at the time was such a tiny little town that we had lines of cars waiting to see, hear, and be serviced. Service our cars by this young girl that was in this gas station. It was then and there that I realized, that there was this disconnect with the male and the female genders.
Right.
And it was there without knowing it consciously that I vowed to do something for me and that I would open the doors for other women. I realized I had to, raise my voice and raise my hand because nobody else was going to do it for me. So every time I opened up a door for me, I knew I had the responsibility to open doors for all the ones that were behind me.
Oh, that's
I
powerful.
have a saying. There's a road that women travel full of stones and how do you call them? Branches or,
Yes.
And if I can
Debris.
take one stone out of the road and cut one branch off, that's one less that women have to take off their own path.
That's inspiring.
So that's how I really started working for gender equality, when I understood that somebody had to speak up, somebody had to, lead, to remind women what we are made of, and to remind women that we have a voice.
Yes.
We need to use it.
Yes, we need. So many times, a lot of women go in and they won't cry in front of anybody, but we'll go into the bathroom, maybe do a little cry and pull ourselves back together because you felt like something happened that either was a mistake, maybe you were maligned in person or something like that, and you can't show that type of emotion, or else it's seen as a weakness.
You know what? I often thought, like for most of my life, that vulnerability was a weakness. So I didn't cry.
Right.
I put up. I stood tall. I stood strong, until I realized that vulnerability is one of the biggest strengths we have as humans. And then I relaxed more into tapping into who I was, into speaking my truth, into being who I've always been. I think we lack that. And I bet you men want to go into bathrooms and cry just like women do, but they think they need to be strong like I was.
Right.
They think that vulnerability is a weakness,
right,
when it's really a strength. And I think that we need to just stand our ground. I'm very strong. I'm very, willed. I'm a rebellious, I was rebellious since the day I was born.
Mm-hmm.
And when we are that, we are spoken of as, can I use the word be?
Yes.
Okay. We are a bitch. We are not strong. And,
it's taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
So if a man was to do it,
he's so powerful. He's so good. Women, we're not supposed to be, we're not even taught to take risks in life. Boys are, starting with the games they play. It's a risk to play the games that they play, football and soccer and basketball. And girls are like, don't take those risks. When we're little, we play with the dolls. And so they're already carving a path for us.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be moms.
They gave us a kitchen.
Yeah. And now they do those little things for you. You're supposed to wash your little clothes and you're supposed to serve the table. And that in a way is teaching us by playing our role in society.
Correct.
And boys are supposed to take the risks and go out there and be strong. And the other thing that I think is wrong, and we need to change that, is that we are not supposed to be affirmative, but boys are. Because if you're affirmative, you're not going to be feminine enough.
Right.
You don't use your femininity by being affirmative.
Right.
You just project a more grounded, strong you. So yeah, it's.
But tell me, how did you get to the point to where you found that your vulnerability was a strength?
I think a lot of that happened within time. I did a lot of work in internal work, and by taking masks off that I had worn for years to survive many things that I went through, I realized that it was okay to be me. But I started on a journey when I was 22 years old, 40 years ago, because a friend of mine, this is so vivid still, asked me probably in my late teens, how can you be sad when you have everything? And I looked at her and I said, yes, I have everything on the outside, but I have nothing in here.
It's powerful.
Because I had this void, this black hole inside of me. Then the shopping on the car and the pretty 19-year-old body at the time, fit and all that, could not feel it. The parties and the friends, none of that could feel it. And I think we live a lot of that today.
Oh, yeah.
If you see social media. Until I understood, because I questioned myself. I said, okay, is so-and-so here? Will it feel it? If so-and-so is here, can that help you? None of it could help me. until I started understanding, because I started reading books like Eating 'Em Up, self-help, and metaphysical books on a weekly basis. I mean, I would like really get into that. And I started understanding around the age of 22 that nothing could fill those voids that I had inside but me.
It's amazing that you found that at a young age.
And I started realizing within time that everything I needed was already in me. We all are born with it.
That you are enough.
You and I are strong, powerful, beautiful. We have resilience already inside of us. We have wisdom, intelligence, love, happiness, joy. Everything's already in here.
Right.
We just need to tap into it. Wake up into who we were always meant to be. And I think that it was that long journey of learning and understanding all about me and my truth that allowed me to thrive in the companies that I've led, but also survive and overcome some very, very dark moments that I've lived through in my life, and have made me the woman I am today. And I love what I see inside and out in the mirror every morning I wake up.
Oh, that's powerful. Thank you for that. Tell me this. How did you get to the point to where, I mean, to where you're talking the way you are for the past, 40 years? A lot of women are still trying to get to that today in their 40s and their 30s. And that, I guess, that self-awareness led you to being the successful woman you are today. So that's amazing. So I guess the next part of your journey is to help other women to find out that they are enough, to journal that, and to get to those points to where they know that they have the confidence to be who they want to be.
Absolutely. So I started 40 years ago on that journey to get to know me, to understand me. And I've written over 30,000 affirmations in my life. The affirmations that I've written, most of them, since I was very, very young, have been at times that I was lonely, afraid, sad, when I had a lot of pain inside of me. Words are very powerful.
Yeah.
And I've always known that. And words create who we are. That's why I always tell my daughters, and I tell women, we become what we think and what we say about ourselves. So I would write to me affirmations to make me feel good, less lonely, less afraid, less sad.
You were ahead of your time.
Yeah. Yes, I think I was. And I always took care of my body with supplements, with working out.
Yes.
My mind, I would study and I would make sure that I would concentrate. And I was very guilty about resting. I come from a very hardworking family of entrepreneurs. My father used to work 7 days a week, 365 days a year, not 24/7, but every single day. And so I kind of got that example. I admired. So I would feel guilty when I was not doing something, working or being. So sometimes I would take a nap because I was so tired, and I would wake up and my mom said, rest. And I said, no, I need to go. I need to go. So it was like a go, don't rest, because if you rest, I would feel guilty. So I had to put stuff on my soles of my feet, like lavender, spray it, and spray magnesium and take passion flowers so I could rest, because I knew how important sleep is. So
yeah, but in some certain cultures, rest is seen as like a weakness,
yeah,
So
because
it's really good that you did that.
It's important. If you don't sleep,
You're not resetting
you wake up
yourself.
exhausted.
Yes.
Without clarity and focus. So I wanted to put all of what I've learned to thrive in the companies I led, but also to get through, as I was telling you, the darkest of moments that I've gone through. I want to put all of that as a gift back to the universe in one box. And so I created Nowful.
Yes.
What is Nowful? Nowful is a system that works together seamlessly to make you feel your most energized, confident, and grounded self. And how do we do this?
Tell me.
It's a very simple, accessible, yet very powerful way. I've created habits for me all my life that have taken me to create something as simple as this. So the first thing in the morning, my routine is I drink hot water with lemon, and I take 2 Mind Thrive Mushroom Complex.
Okay.
Why? Because it gives me cognitive performance. It helps me with my digestive system. It helps me with my immune system, and they're amazing. So every morning I do that.
Great.
Then during the day, and I allowed you, put it on the palms of your hands. It's an anchoring essential oil that has rosemary, thyme, lemon, peppermint, mint. You rub it on the palms of your hands and you breathe in 2-3 times, and it
smells terrific, guys.
It brings your stress down. It gives you focus and it gives you clarity. It brings memories down. My daughters use it to study all the time. One of them sleeps with it. And you have no idea how amazing it is, especially for like students to study with it. But for me, I mean, I can be like rush one day or upset about a call cut, and I always forget, okay, I got to put my oil in, literally, because they're scientifically based products. It brings you down, it focuses, make the best decisions possible. And then our amazing magnesium sleep cream.
Please explain this.
Rub it on the soles of your feet. This is what I used to use for me, but it's all in the cream. Magnesium, lavender, passion flower, and valerian.
Oh.
And it is amazing. I mean, that goes out of our, stock in an instant, because it is amazing. I also put it on my neck and my shoulders because that's where I carry my stress.
Oh, yes.
And it relaxes it. It relaxes muscles that, that are hurting. My daughter, had a little pain on the back. Mommy, can you put some of the cream on my back? So I put the sleep magnesium cream on her back. And now they make me rub their feet every night so they can have a beautiful, restful night. Because
deep sleep.
Like I said, we wake up exhausted. And then we have
the cards.
This is the part that to me is so important, because that with this brings you back to connect with who you always were meant to be. This is those 40 years on top of that of the reconnection that I had to work and figure out by myself. You don't have to do it in 40 years. You can just get the cards. They're part of the 10,000 affirmations, 30 affirmations that I've written. So how do they work?
Show me.
You shuffle them. Don't think you're in Vegas. You just shuffle them. And then you put the intention for the day. And your energy will choose the card you need today.
Okay.
Once you choose the card, let's say that you chose, this is the one that came up next to him, empowerment. I'm not a victim of my past. We were talking about that just now about me, right? Yes. I am the author of my future. Pain may have shaped me. We were talking about the master from fear, but it does not define me. I get to choose my next chapter. Today, I choose to be rooted in power, not pity. So, we were talking about all this about my past. So, you tap it on the phone. It has an NFC code in it. So, you tap it on the phone. It opens up literal portal. It asks you 9 questions that are based on cognitive behavioral therapy. You answer them, and it gives you the psychological profile you are in today, and it gives you an archetype.
And what is that?
The archetype is, for example, I'm the captain.
Okay.
You might be, everybody's got an archetype.
Okay.
Even if we are captains, we're not the same type of captain because we are in a different journey, and everybody is in their own personal journey.
Right.
And then once you get the card, it gives you a ripple effect. And because you're already set, where you are, the ripple effect reflects where you are today and the card that you've chosen through your energy. And then you journal, and then you vent. I vent every day because we always have something that we're holding in here.
Right.
The more you journal, the more you vent, the more information the AI that we have through the app has.
Okay.
That when you vent next time over something, oh God, the information that comes back is amazing. I've cried over some stuff that I've read about what I'm venting on.
Right.
And then it gives you, actionable steps to take through the day. We have meditations to sleep, to energize yourself. And it's just
Amazing.
an amazing form, but very simple. It won't take you more than 5-8 minutes a day to do this.
And the essential oils don't stay on your hands all
No.
day. That's a good thing.
5 to 8 minutes, and that's it. Because otherwise, you'd be smelling, like that. I don't like that personally. So
Right,
we
right.
made sure that it got designed to where it would help you, it would do what it has to do, and then you can move on. You need it again, you put it on. Also, you can journal as many times as you want to. You can vent as many times as you need to during the day to help you do things that we don't do today. Reconnect. We are living in a society that moves so fast and so accelerated, and where output is required all the time. We're burnout, anxious,
Yes.
and we forget the most important person. We forget that we exist, that we are here. We go on empty through the day.
So this allows you to come back to yourself.
It allows you to reconnect. We're very disconnected because everything is about output. Everything is about externalities, meetings and notifications and comparisons, which today, because of social media, everybody's comparing themselves to the other person's lives and looks and everything, that we forget who we are, how beautiful and special and amazing and powerful each human, each woman and man is.
Well, this is going to be a powerful
brings you back
kit.
to you.
Well, this will be a powerful kit to help you come back and reconnect with yourself.
Yes.
Tell me this: why did you choose Miami to launch your new product?
Miami is a very, very vibrant and amazing city, and it's innovative, and it's full of life and of people wanting to try different things and feel good and feel alive, which is very important.
Wellness is really important here.
And if I tell you, going into, a deeper truth is that I was going to move to New York with my 2 daughters. I had the school, I had everything to go there. And then we had a soft launch. We're having, I'm going to invite you to our big launch next year.
Well,
but we had, a soft launch here in Miami, 23rd of August this year.
Mm-hmm.
And after the launch, when I saw how welcome it was, when I saw the community of women that came to accompany us and me, my heart just melted, literally. I haven't had that community of amazing people and felt that big hug of energy. And I have learned through, and you will learn with this too, how to listen and tap into my intuition in a very powerful way. And I had goosebumps all over my body. And the first thing I read, without reading, said, "What the F are you doing in New York? You need to be here."
Yeah.
And right there and then, I started getting calls from friends in Miami. Ismael Cala, call me, let's do something together. Ashley, I hadn't seen in 10 years. She has this amazing app called Can We? And she says, let's do something together. We go for the outside connection, you go for the internal connection. And I started getting, all of a sudden, the universe started colluding in favor of my moving to Miami.
Amazing.
And I said, yeah, that's where I need to be. And you know what? It's been one of the most beautiful, amazing decisions I've done. I've loved being here. I've loved what I've felt and what we're doing. Our headquarters are here. They were here even when I was going to move there. And another thing is that I have seen how beautiful women are in Miami, and how in touch they have been with me, and how kind and I haven't felt that in a very long time.
It's a very supportive community.
It is.
Especially for wellness.
Yes.
People here want to reconnect to themselves. They want to figure out how to be to show up better than they did yesterday. So that's one of the best things about Miami. Wellness launches are amazing. As long as it's the right product. I believe this is the right product from everything I've read, following you online. And I'm just honored that you came here to present this product to us.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you. Tell me this. How may they contact you?
They can contact us through nowful.com, which, is our website. They can find out about every single one of the products, what we're doing. We have a blog. We have everything. They can contact us, on a social media with it, which is Nowful, by the way, with an L, Nowful Journey, in Instagram, TikTok. We post a lot of very fun things. I, talk a lot about the product and who we are, Angelica Fuentes 63. If they want to follow me, I also have my website. I, talk a lot about, women and wellness and the things that women need to hear so we can connect and understand ourselves better. So I also have my website, it's angelicafuentes.com. I just love working with women. It's been 40 years and I continue on this journey.
Well, thank you. We need more trailblazers like you. And I love what you're doing with the second part of your career here.
Thank you.
With Nowful. I will come back and tell everyone. Will you come back?
I would love to come back, yes.
Okay. So we'll have you back next season. We'll talk more about it and I'll discuss my journey on Nowful.
Great. Thank you so much.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was very informative. Again, try the